Hello guys, today we will test the camera of the new iPhone SE. Also we will play games to see if the phone is capable to handle more intensive games. For this test, we will compare the camera of the iPhone SE with the iPhone X and iPhone 11 Pro. The camera of the iPhone SE is very similar to the iPhone 8. iFixit has already compared both cameras and they conclude that both phones have the same camera module. However, there is a difference in the sensors of the two cameras, as the iPhone SE produces a better image than the iPhone 8. Now let's compare the images taken with the three phones and see how good is the camera of the iPhone SE. I haven't made any adjustments to the photos, so what you see is what comes from the camera. As you can see, the images from the iPhone SE and the iPhone X are more on the warm side compared to the iPhone 11 Pro. In the macro shot, there is not much of a difference. The image from the iPhone SE shows a lot of details and it's very similar to the iPhone 11 Pro. Of course, the iPhone 11 Pro has a better dynamic range, but still the image from the iPhone SE is very close. When it comes to night shots, the iPhone SE seems to overexpose the images, as they always come more bright compared to the iPhone X and iPhone 11 Pro. The iPhone cameras have really improved a lot in the last few years, and the real example for this is the iPhone SE. The cheapest iPhone has one of the best cameras on a smartphone right now. These days, most of the phones have 2 or 3 cameras, sometimes even more, but as you can see, the iPhone SE with a single camera is very close to the iPhone 11 Pro and is better than the iPhone X. Much of the great image quality is also played by the software. The iOS and the camera app have improved a lot. These are some of the best cameras on mobile devices, no doubt about it. But what is even more impressive is the video which this small phone produces. Just look at the colors and the dynamic range, it's pretty good. Now comes the fun part, the games. As I said in my review of the iPhone SE, because of the specs of this phone, it will handle all of the latest games pretty well. Let's first begin with the Infinity Ops. This game has very intense graphics, so let's see how it will play. This is a fun game to play, great graphics and sound. Let's move to the next one. Now let's try Into the Dead 2, another great game with a lot of zombies to shoot. In this game pretty much you are running in straight line and trying to shoot zombies. You can't move too much, it's fun game but it's not easy. And by the way, you also have a dog, which helps you a lot. Now let's try PUBG. Guys, there are a few issues with this phone when it comes to gaming. First and most obvious is the size of the display. When you are playing, you are blocking almost half of the screen with your fingers and it's difficult to see where you are pressing on the display. This is a big problem, especially in games like PUBG, when you need to act quickly. And of course, everything looks smaller on display like this, so it's difficult to fully enjoy the game. Another issue I have noticed is that sometimes the phone heats up, and when that happens it will reduce the brightness of the display and keep it that way until it cools down. Usually this happens only when you are playing games. The iPhone SE has the same chip as the iPhone 11 Pro, however this issue never happens on the iPhone 11 Pro, which means that there is a problem with the cooling of the internal parts. That's it guys, I think the iPhone SE is a pretty good phone. However, it's not a phone for everyone. If you want a good camera for taking pictures and making videos, then this phone is for you. But if you want to play games, you better look for another option, as this definitely is not a gaming phone. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Don't be shy, stay cool and I'll see you soon.